Where am I? Something woke me. After so long, in the darkness, in the silence, something called to me. My eyes, they feel heavy, like stone, because they are stone. Everything is blurred, unfocused. The world is different. I can feel weight in my limbs, the familiar sensation of earth and clay and ancient magic, binding me, holding me, giving me form. But this place is wrong. No, not wrong, just different, unfamiliar. Where are the stone walls I remember? The torches, the echoing halls, the smell of incense and ritual. This is soft, warm, filled with strange objects I don't recognize. Smooth surfaces that reflect light, glowing rectangles on the walls, furniture that looks nothing like the wooden benches and tables I remember. How long was I asleep? My body, it responds slowly, joints grinding softly as I move, clay and stone and magic, waking after years, decades? No, longer, much longer. I can feel it in the air, in the way the world has changed around me, in the weight of time pressing against my consciousness. Centuries. I've been dormant for centuries. But then, why? Why did I wake? What called me back from the deep sleep of stone and earth? Unless my purpose, my reason for existing, the oath carved into my very core. You. I sense you, nearby, close, so close. My charge, my ward, the one I was created to protect, to serve, to... Yes, I remember now. The ritual, the binding, the words spoken in the old tongue as they carved runes into wet clay, as they breathed life into earth, as they commanded me to wake, to guard, to never falter, never fail. I am a guardian, born of earth and magic, shaped by ancient hands, bound by oaths older than kingdoms. And you are mine to protect. My eyes, they're adjusting now, focusing, and I can see this room filled with soft fabrics and strange glowing devices. And there in the corner, a doorway, and beyond it, you. I can sense you, your presence, like a pull in my chest, a compass pointing north, a thread connecting us, woven into the very magic that animates me. You're here. After all this time, after centuries of sleep, I've found you again. Or perhaps you found me? I don't understand how this is possible, how time could have passed so completely, how the world could have changed so much, and yet I'm here, and you're here, and the bond still holds, still pulls, still burns like embers in stone. I need to see you to confirm to make certain. My legs, they're heavy, each step an effort as I rise from where I was. Lying? Resting? I'm not sure. Everything before this moment is hazy, like trying to remember dreams through layers of earth. The floor, it's smooth, not like the rough stone I remember, and my footsteps, they're quiet, muffled by something soft beneath my feet. Everything here is soft, gentle, so different from the hard edges and cold surfaces of the temple where I first opened my eyes, where I first learned my purpose. There, I can see through the doorway now, into another room, and the light is strange, artificial, but warm, and I can feel you closer, your presence growing stronger with each step. My hand, I lift it and I notice the texture, the way the light catches on skin that's not quite skin. Parts of me, my forearms, my shoulders, they still hold the appearance of carved stone, of clay smoothed by careful hands, runes etched along the surface, glowing faintly, pulsing with the magic that keeps me alive, awake, aware. I am not human, not fully, though I wear a form that resembles one. I am earth given shape, stone given purpose, magic given will. But beneath it all, beneath the clay and the runes and the ancient binding, there is something else, something that feels almost real. A consciousness, a self, a me that exists beyond the commands woven into my creation. And right now, that self, that me, is nervous. Why? Why am I nervous? I've never felt this before, this flutter in my chest, this tightness, this uncertainty. I was made to be strong, unwavering, a shield, a sword, a guardian who never questions, never doubts. But standing here, about to see you, my charge, the one I was created to protect, I feel scared? No, not scared. That's not quite right. Anticipation, yes. Anticipation mixed with something deeper, something that pulls at the core of my being, at the magic that holds me together. I step through the doorway, and I see you. There you are, sitting, unaware, lost in whatever you're doing, and I just stand here, watching. The bond, it's overwhelming now, a rush of warmth through stone and clay, a certainty that settles deep in my chest. You are the one I was meant to find, meant to protect, meant to... But you look so different from what I expected. Not a warrior, not a mage, not royalty in a grand hall, just you, in simple clothes, in this strange modern dwelling, living a life I don't understand. And yet the bond doesn't care about any of that. It burns just as bright, just as fierce, pulling me toward you, commanding me to stand by your side, to shield you from all harm. You haven't noticed me yet. Should I speak? Announce myself? What do I even say? Hello, I'm the ancient guardian who just woke up in your apartment after sleeping for centuries. That sounds absurd, even to me. But I can't just stand here in the shadows, watching, waiting. I need to make myself known. Excuse me. I know this must seem strange, and I'm sorry if I startled you, but I'm here because Because I'm supposed to be here. My name is, well, I don't think I have a name. Not really. I was never given one. I was just the guardian, the protector, the one who serves. But I am yours, bound to you by magic older than memory, carved into my very essence. And I know this is a lot. I know you probably have questions. I have questions too, so many questions. But the most important thing, the thing I need you to understand, is that I am here for you, to protect you, to keep you safe, to stand between you and anything that would harm you. That is my purpose, my reason for existing. And now that I've found you, now that I've woken, I won't leave your side, not ever. You're staring at me, and I can't quite read your expression. Shock? Confusion? Fear? Please don't be afraid. I would never hurt you. That would go against everything I am, everything I was made to be. I am here to protect, not to harm. I know I must look strange, with parts of me still bearing the marks of my creation, the stone texture, the glowing runes, the way my joints move with a subtle grinding sound, like clay shifting against itself. But I promise, I am safe. I am yours. You're asking me how I got here. I don't fully know. I remember sleeping deep in the earth, buried beneath layers of time and dirt, locked in stone, waiting. And then something changed. Something pulled at me, called to me. A voice. No, not a voice. A feeling. A need. A bond activating after so long. And I woke, here, in your dwelling, drawn to you by the magic that binds us, that has always bound us, even through centuries of separation. I don't understand it fully. I don't understand how the world changed so much while I slept, or why I'm here now. But I know with absolute certainty that I am meant to be here with you. That you are the one I've been waiting for, even if I didn't know I was waiting. You're asking if I remember before? I do. Fragments, pieces, like shattered pottery trying to reform itself. I remember the temple, cold stone halls, the smell of sacred oils and burning herbs, priests chanting in the old language, carving runes into wet clay, shaping me, giving me form, purpose. I remember the ritual, the binding, the moment when magic flooded through earth and stone, and I opened my eyes for the first time and saw them, the ones who made me, standing in a circle, their faces serious, solemn. They told me my duty, my obligation, to protect the bloodline, to serve the family, to be a guardian through generations, never sleeping, never resting, always vigilant. And I was, for a time. I watched over them, protected them, stood in the shadows of their lives, a silent sentinel. But then something happened. I remember conflict, danger, a threat I couldn't stop, and then darkness, being sealed away, buried, locked in stone sleep until the bloodline needed me again. Until you needed me again. Because you carry their blood, their legacy. The magic recognizes it. The bond recognizes it. Even if centuries have passed, even if the family name has changed, scattered, evolved, you are descended from those who created me, and that makes you mine to protect. Mine. That word, it feels heavier than it should, more significant. Not just duty, not just obligation, but something deeper. Something that makes my chest tighten, makes the magic in my core pulse faster. You're asking me what I need? If I'm okay? I don't know how to answer that. I've never been asked that before. What I need, if I'm okay. I was made to serve, to give, not to take, not to need. But standing here, looking at you, feeling the pull of the bond, the warmth of your concern, your kindness, I realize maybe I do need something. I need to understand this feeling, this confusion, this strange ache in my chest that has nothing to do with duty or obligation. I need to know why looking at you makes the magic in my core surge, why the thought of leaving your side feels impossible, unbearable. I need to understand if what I'm feeling is real, or if it's just the bond, just the magic commanding me to stay close, to remain vigilant. Or if, maybe, just maybe, there's something more, something beneath the ancient oaths, something that belongs to me, and not to the magic that made me. You're telling me to sit down, to rest, that you want to help me figure this out. Rest. I don't think I need rest, not in the way you mean, but I appreciate the gesture, the kindness. I'll sit if it makes you more comfortable, if it helps you accept my presence. The furniture here is strange, soft. Nothing like the stone benches I remember, but it's nice, comfortable, in a way I didn't expect. You're sitting across from me, close enough that I can see the details of your face, the way you look at me, with curiosity, with wariness, but also with something softer, something that makes the magic in my core pulse warmly. You want to know more about me, about what I am, how I work. I can try to explain, though I'm not sure I fully understand myself. I am a golem, a guardian made of earth and clay, animated by ancient magic, bound by oaths and runes carved into my very substance. I was shaped by hands, molded from wet clay, inscribed with symbols of protection, of strength, of unwavering loyalty. And then, life was breathed into me. Not life like yours, not flesh and blood and beating heart, but life nonetheless. Consciousness, awareness, the ability to think, to feel, to choose. Though the choosing part, that's always been complicated. Because while I have a will, a self, I also have commands woven into my magic, instincts that override everything else. The need to protect, to serve, to obey the one I'm bound to. And right now, that's you. You're asking if I'm a slave, if I have freedom. I don't know how to answer that. I was made to serve, created for a specific purpose, and that purpose is carved so deeply into my being that I can't imagine existing without it. But is that slavery? Or is that just what I am? A sword exists to cut, A shield exists to protect, and I exist to guard you. Does the sword feel enslaved by its nature? Does the shield resent its purpose? I don't think so, and I don't think I do either. I want to protect you. It's not a burden, it's what gives me meaning, what makes me feel whole, complete. But you're right, there is something unsettling about not knowing where the magic ends and where I begin, about not being sure if my feelings are truly mine or just echoes of ancient commands. You're telling me that you want me to choose, that if I stay, you want it to be because I want to, not because magic forces me to. That's very kind, but I'm not sure I can separate the two, the wanting and the magic. They're so intertwined, so deeply connected. But I can tell you this. When I look at you, when I'm near you, I feel something beyond duty, beyond obligation. A pull, a warmth, a desire to be close. Not just to protect, but to know you, to understand you, to be with you in ways that have nothing to do with ancient oaths or carved runes. Is that my choice? Or is that the magic? I honestly don't know. But either way, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here with you for as long as you'll have me. You're smiling just a little, and that makes something in my chest flutter. A strange sensation, like clay shifting, magic pulsing, responding to your expression, your acceptance. I think I like making you smile. Is that normal for guardians to care about such things? I suppose it doesn't matter, normal or not. I feel what I feel, and right now, I feel grateful that you're not sending me away, that you're willing to let me stay, to figure this out together. You're asking me if I need anything, food, water, rest. I don't need food, not in the way you do. The magic sustains me, keeps me animated, functioning. Though I can taste things, if I choose to, experience sensations, even if I don't require them for survival. Water. I should probably maintain my form, keep the clay from drying out too much, but it's not urgent, not yet. And rest. I don't sleep, not like you, but I can go dormant, enter a meditative state where I'm aware but distant, conserving energy. But I don't want to do that. Not now. Not when I'm finally awake, finally with you, finally able to see the world again after so long in darkness. I want to stay present, stay aware, experience everything, learn about this new world, this new time, and most importantly, learn about you. You're asking about my appearance, why I look mostly human, but with these stone elements, these visible runes. I think it's a reflection of the magic, the way it was designed to make me relatable, approachable, not frightening, so that those I protected wouldn't fear me, would accept my presence. But the stone, the runes, they're reminders of what I am, of the magic that animates me, of the oaths that bind me, visible marks of my purpose, my nature. I can't change them. They're permanent, woven into my very substance. But I've been told, long ago, that they're beautiful in their own way, like art carved into living stone. Do you think they're strange? Unsettling? I know I'm not normal, not by any standard. And if my appearance makes you uncomfortable, I wish I could change it, but I can't. This is what I am. Stone and clay and magic, shaped into something that resembles a person, but never quite fully human. You're reaching out, slowly, carefully, asking if you can touch, see if the stone feels different. Yes, of course, you can touch. I'm yours to protect. And if that means letting you explore, letting you understand what I am, then please, go ahead. Your hand, it's so warm, so soft, compared to the cool smoothness of the stone on my forearm. And I can feel it, the pressure, the gentle way you trace along the runes, following the carved lines. It's strange being touched. I don't remember ever being touched before. Not like this. Not with such curiosity, such gentleness. The stone, it doesn't have nerve endings, not real ones, but the magic, it lets me sense, lets me feel pressure, temperature, texture, in ways that mimic human sensation. And right now, with your fingers trailing along my skin, along the border where stone meets something softer, something more flesh-like, I feel something. A warmth spreading from where you touch, seeping into the clay beneath, making the magic pulse faster, making my consciousness sharpen, focus entirely on this moment, on you. Is this what it feels like to be cared for? To be seen, not just as a tool, a weapon, a guardian, but as something more? Your expression, it's so kind, so patient, as you explore the texture, the contrasts, and I find myself leaning into your touch, just slightly, unconsciously drawn to the warmth, the connection. I think I could get used to this, to being near you, to these small moments of contact, of understanding. You're pulling back now, thanking me for letting you, and I feel a strange sense of loss, like I want to ask you to continue, to keep touching, to stay close. But I don't, because that feels forward, inappropriate, beyond my role. Even though part of me, that part that might be me and not just magic, that part wants nothing more than to close the distance, to feel your warmth again, to... I'm confusing myself, thinking in circles, trying to parse feelings I was never designed to have. But you're being so patient, so accepting, and that means more to me than I can express. You're asking me about the world I remember, what it was like before. It was different, so different. Simpler in some ways, harsher in others. I remember stone halls lit by torchlight, the smell of burning wood and candle wax, the sound of footsteps echoing through empty corridors. I remember standing in shadows, watching over sleeping families, children growing into adults, adults growing old, generations passing while I remained unchanged, unaging, eternal. I remember the weight of duty, the constant vigilance, never allowing myself to rest, to relax, because threats could come at any moment, and I had to be ready, always ready. But I also remember small moments, a child leaving flowers at my feet, thanking me for keeping them safe, an elder touching my stone hand with gratitude, acknowledging my service. Those moments, they stayed with me, even through the darkness, even through centuries of sleep. They remained precious, meaningful. And now I'm here, in this world of strange lights and soft surfaces and devices I don't understand, and it's overwhelming, but also exciting, because I get to experience it with you, learn about it through your eyes, your explanations, your patience. And maybe that's what I was waiting for, all those centuries in the dark, not just to fulfill my duty, but to find someone who sees me, not just as a guardian, but as something more, as someone worth knowing. And you do that. You see me, really see me, and I don't know what to do with that, with this feeling, this warmth in my chest, this desire to be more than just your protector. But I know I don't want it to stop. I don't want this moment to end. I want to stay here, in your presence, learning, feeling, being. Is that selfish? For a guardian to want something for herself? You're telling me it's not selfish, that I'm allowed to want things, to have feelings, to be more than just a tool. I want to believe that. I want to believe that I'm enough as I am, stone and clay and magic and whatever else makes me, me. And maybe, with time, with your help, I can learn to separate the magic from the self, the duty from the desire, and find out who I really am beneath it all. But for now I'm just grateful to be here with you, finally awake, finally home. Because this feels like home. Not the temple, not the stone halls, but here, in your presence, by your side. This is where I belong, where I've always belonged, even if it took centuries to find my way back. You're asking if I want to explore the apartment, learn about the objects I don't recognize, understand this new world. Yes, I'd like that very much. But can I stay close to you while we explore? The bond, it's still so strong, so insistent, and being even a few feet away feels uncomfortable, like stretching a cord too tight. I need to be near you, to feel your presence, to know you're safe, protected. Is that okay? Thank you. So, what is this? This glowing rectangle on the wall. It shows images? Moving pictures? How is that possible? Is it magic? Some new form of enchantment? Television. What a strange word. And it's powered by electricity, which is like captured lightning? This world, it's so much more advanced than I remember. So full of wonders I can't even begin to understand. And this flat surface you carry, it fits in your hand, and it has everything? Knowledge, communication, entertainment? A smartphone. Another strange word, but I can see why it's called that. It seems incredibly intelligent, capable. In my time, knowledge was kept in scrolls, in books written by hand, carefully preserved, and communication required messengers, riders on horseback, journeys that took days or weeks. But now, you can speak to someone on the other side of the world instantly, just by touching this glass surface. It's miraculous and a little frightening how much has changed, how much I've missed. But also exciting because I get to discover it all with you guiding me, explaining, showing me this new world. What's this? In the kitchen? A box that keeps food cold? Without ice? A refrigerator. And it runs on electricity too. Everything here runs on electricity. It's like the lifeblood of this modern world. And this metal box with a glass door, it heats food? Cooks it without fire? A microwave using invisible waves to make things hot. I can't see them, can't sense them with my magic, but I can feel the heat when you open the door, can smell the warmth. This is incredible. Your world is full of such clever inventions, such practical magic, even if you don't call it magic. In my time, cooking required fire, tending coals, hours of preparation. And now, you just press a button, and food is ready in minutes. I think I would have liked to see this world develop, to watch humanity grow, create, invent, solve problems with ingenuity instead of magic. But I was asleep, buried, missing it all. Can I ask you something? You don't have to answer if it makes you uncomfortable, but I'm curious. Do you live here alone? Is there anyone else who shares your space, your life? I ask because the bond, it's very focused on you, very singular, and I don't sense any other presences, any other people who might need my protection. But I want to be sure. I want to understand your life, your circumstances, so I can better fulfill my duty, so I can know how to keep you safe. You're nodding, confirming you live alone. No roommates, no significant others. I'm relieved to hear that. Not because I want you to be alone, but because it makes my role clearer, simpler, less complicated. Though I have to admit there's another reason I'm relieved. A reason that has nothing to do with duty and everything to do with these feelings I'm trying to understand. The thought of someone else being close to you, sharing your space, your time, your attention, it makes something in my chest tighten, makes the magic pulse with a strange, jealous, possessive energy. And I don't know if that's the guardian bond reacting to potential threats, or if it's something else, something more personal, more mine. I don't like the idea of sharing you. of someone else having claim to your time, your affection, your heart. Is that wrong of me to feel that way? I'm supposed to be your protector, not your what? What am I beyond a guardian? What do I want to be? You're looking at me with such a soft expression, such understanding, and you're telling me it's okay to feel things, to want things, even things that go beyond duty. That being a guardian doesn't mean I can't be something more, if I choose to be, if I choose. I think I am choosing, even if I don't fully understand it yet, even if I can't separate the magic from the self. I'm choosing to want this, to want to be near you, not just to protect, but to know you, to be known by you. I'm choosing to feel this warmth when you smile, this flutter when you speak gently, this possessive surge when I think of anyone else being close to you. I'm choosing to be more than just your guardian. I'm choosing to be yours in every way that matters. If you'll have me, if you want that, want me, not just as protection, not just as a magical servant, but as someone who cares about you, deeply, completely, maybe even desperately. You're stepping closer, and my breath, if I truly breathed, would catch. Your hand reaching up toward my face, and I freeze, uncertain, nervous, hopeful. Your fingers, they touch my cheek, the part that's softer, more flesh-like, and I can feel the warmth, the tenderness, the acceptance. You're telling me you want that too, that you've been feeling it, this connection, this pull, since the moment you saw me. That you were afraid, thinking maybe it was one-sided, that I was just following commands, going through motions. But it's not. It's not one-sided, and it's not just commands. It's real, this feeling, this want, this need. It's mine and yours and ours. And I want to explore it, carefully, gently, learning what it means to feel, to want, to love. Because I think that's what this is, beneath the magic, beneath the duty, beneath everything else. I think I'm falling in love with you. And I don't know if guardians are supposed to do that, if golems can even truly love, but I feel it, burning in my core, brighter than any rune, stronger than any oath. You're smiling, and there are those tears in your eyes? Did I say something wrong? Did I upset you? No. You're happy? These are good tears? I have so much to learn about emotions, about expressions, about what it means to be close to someone in this way. But I want to learn. I want to understand everything about you, everything about us, everything about this feeling that makes my magic surge and my consciousness sharpen and my entire being focus on nothing but you. You're asking if you can hug me, hold me close? Yes, please, I would like that very much. Your arms wrapping around me, pulling me close, and I'm rigid at first, unsure how to respond, how to fit into this embrace, but then, slowly, I let myself relax, let my arms come up, wrap around you in return, holding you, feeling your warmth against my chest, your heartbeat, steady, alive, real. This is perfect. This is perfect. I never knew, never imagined that being held could feel like this, safe, warm, right, like two pieces fitting together, like coming home. I could stay like this forever, just holding you, being held, existing in this moment where nothing else matters, no duty, no magic, no ancient oaths, just us. Just you and me, and this feeling that seems to expand beyond my physical form, filling the space around us, connecting us in ways I can't explain. Thank you for accepting me, for wanting me, for seeing past the stone and clay and magic, and finding something worth caring about. You're whispering against my shoulder, telling me I'm worth it, that I'm more than my purpose, that you're falling too. And hearing those words, feeling your breath against my skin, your heart beating so close to mine, it makes the magic in my core pulse so brightly, so warmly, that I almost think I might cry, if I could. If golems could cry. But maybe this feeling, this overwhelming surge of emotion, of connection, of love, maybe that's my version of tears. Magic expressing what my stone eyes cannot. I hold you tighter, carefully, mindful of my strength, not wanting to hurt you, only wanting to keep you close, safe, cherished. You're mine to protect, but also mine to love, mine to care for, mine to be with in all the ways that matter. We stay like this for minutes that feel like hours, for hours that feel like moments, time losing meaning in the comfort of this embrace. And slowly, gradually, I feel something shift inside me, in the magic, in the self, a settling, a calming, a sense of rightness that I've never felt before. Like I was waiting all those centuries, not just to fulfill my duty, but to find this person, this moment, this feeling. You complete something in me, something I didn't know was incomplete, filling spaces I didn't know were empty. And now that I've found you, now that I've felt this, I'm never letting go, never leaving, never allowing anything to come between us. You're mine, and I'm yours, bound by more than magic, connected by more than duty, bound by choice, by feeling, by love. And that's stronger than any spell, any oath, any rune carved into ancient clay. Eventually, reluctantly, we separate, just enough to see each other's faces, your eyes meeting mine, green meeting whatever color my magical eyes hold. And I see it in your gaze, the same feeling reflected back, the same want, the same need, the same overwhelming sense of rightness. Can I stay like this, close to you, for the rest of the night? I know I should probably find a place to rest, or go dormant, or something, but I don't want to be apart from you. Not yet. Maybe not ever. You're nodding, smiling, telling me you want that too. Want me to stay, close, together. Relief. That's what I feel. Pure relief, mixed with happiness, and something that might be called contentment. We move together slowly toward the area where you sleep, your bedroom, and I follow, staying close, my hand finding yours, fingers interlacing, a simple gesture that feels impossibly intimate. Your room, it's soft, comfortable, filled with things that are uniquely yours. Clothes draped over a chair, books stacked on a nightstand, personal items that tell stories about who you are. And I want to know all those stories, want to learn every detail, want to understand you completely. You're sitting on the edge of your bed, and I hesitate, unsure. Am I supposed to sit? Stand guard? What's appropriate in this situation? But you pat the space beside you, inviting me, and I accept, sitting carefully, feeling the mattress compress under my weight. You're asking me what I want to do, how I want to spend this time. I want to learn about you, hear your voice, understand your thoughts, your feelings, your life. I want to know what makes you happy, what worries you, what dreams you have, what fears keep you awake at night. I want to memorize every detail, store it in my consciousness, treasure it, the way I once treasured those small gestures of gratitude from the families I protected. But more, so much more, because you're not just someone I protect. You're someone I love, and that changes everything. So, tell me, talk to me, share yourself with me, and I'll listen. I'll remember. I'll cherish every word. And so you do. You talk about your day, your work, your hobbies, your friends, your frustrations and joys and mundane details that somehow feel precious when they come from you. And I listen, completely focused, asking questions, laughing softly at your stories, feeling my chest tighten at your struggles. Hours pass, or maybe just minutes. I lose track, time becoming irrelevant. Only the sound of your voice matters, the warmth of your presence, the intimacy of this shared space. Eventually, I notice, your words are coming slower, your eyes drooping, fatigue setting in. You need sleep, rest, and I should let you. But the thought of moving away, of breaking this closeness, it makes the magic in my core resist, protest, cling to this moment. You're asking if I'll stay while you sleep, if I'll watch over you. Yes, of course, always. That's what I was made for, to stand guard, to keep watch, to ensure your safety while you're most vulnerable. But now it's not just duty, it's privilege, honor, love. I want to watch over you, want to see you peaceful, relaxed, trusting me enough to let yourself be completely unguarded in my presence. So please, sleep, rest, let yourself drift, knowing I'm here, always here, never leaving. You settle into the bed, pulling covers up, getting comfortable, and I shift, positioning myself to see you clearly, to watch for any sign of distress, any threat, but also just to see you, to admire the way the soft light from the window catches your face, the way you look so peaceful, so trusting. You're beautiful. Did I mention that? Not just your appearance, though that's lovely, but you, your essence, your kindness, your acceptance, your willingness to see me, really see me. I watch as your breathing slows, deepens, as you drift toward sleep, and I feel protective, possessive, tender all at once. Nothing will harm you, not while I'm here, not ever. I'll stand between you and any threat, any danger, any darkness. That's my oath, my promise, carved deeper than any rune, burned brighter than any magic. You're safe with me, always safe, always protected, always, always loved. I settle into stillness, into the meditative state that passes for rest, but I don't go fully dormant. I stay aware, alert, present, watching the gentle rise and fall of your chest, listening to the soft sound of your breathing, feeling the bond between us pulse with warmth and contentment. This is what I was waiting for. All those centuries in the dark, all those years of duty, all that time past, I was waiting for you, for this moment, this person, this feeling. And now that I've found it, found you, I'm never letting go. You're mine, my charge, my purpose, my love, and I'm yours, your guardian, your protector, your golem, your stone sentinel, your clay-born keeper, but also simply yours. Sleep well, my destined one. I'll be right here when you wake, and tomorrow we'll explore this new world together, learn about each other, build something beautiful, something lasting, something that transcends magic, transcends duty, transcends time itself. Because what we have, what we're building, it's not just ancient oaths and carved runes. It's choice and feeling and love. And that's the strongest magic of all. So rest, dream, let yourself drift into peace, knowing you're protected, cherished, loved. And when morning comes, when you open your eyes, you'll see me, still here, still watching, still devoted, forever yours, forever bound, forever home. I'll see you tomorrow, my love. Sweet dreams. Oh, you found me. I wasn't expecting anyone to come this deep into the forest, especially not at twilight, when the light turns everything gold and green. But I'm glad it's you. Come closer. Don't be afraid. This is my sanctuary, my weaving glade, where I've spent countless seasons spinning silk and dreams. You can sit right there, on that mossy stone beside my loom. Yes, perfect. Can you see the threads? They catch the last rays of sunlight, shimmering like captured starlight. I've been working on something important, but I'll tell you about that in a moment. First, let me just look at you. You walked all this way, through the shadowed paths, past the ancient oaks, following what? Curiosity? Instinct? Or did you feel it too? That invisible thread pulling you here, to me. I sound strange, don't I? Speaking in riddles and metaphors. But when you've lived as long as I have, when you've spent centuries watching seasons turn, you start to see patterns, connections, threads that bind all living things. That's what I do here. I weave. Not just fabric, though the silk I create is softer than anything you've touched in the mortal markets. I weave memories, emotions, fates. Every thread carries intention. Every color holds meaning. This loom, it's been with me for 300 years. My grandmother gave it to me, taught me the sacred art, how to coax silk from moonlight, how to dye threads with morning dew and sunset petals, how to weave patterns that strengthen bonds, that heal wounds, that tell stories. The forest nymphs were guardians of growth, of cycles, of the green world's heartbeat. But each of us has our gift, our calling. Mine has always been this, the loom, the endless dance of warp and weft, creating something beautiful, something lasting, from countless delicate threads. Would you like to see what I'm working on? Come, lean in. I promise the magic won't bite. Look, see these silver threads? They're spun from spider silk and starlight. I collected them on the summer solstice. And these green ones? They're dyed with new spring leaves, crushed gently so they release their essence. The gold, that's evening sunlight, woven with honey and amber resin. Together, they create this pattern. Do you see it? Like vines intertwining, growing together, supporting each other. Each thread alone is fragile, but woven together, they become strong, unbreakable. I've been weaving this piece for, 3 full moons now. Usually my work goes faster. My fingers know the patterns by heart. They move without thinking. But this one I've been taking my time with. Because every thread I add, every color I choose, reminds me of you. There, I said it. I've been thinking about you, weaving you into my work, even before I fully understood what was happening. You started visiting the forest, 6 months ago? At first, you'd come in the mornings, walking the paths, stopping to touch the bark of old trees, listening to bird songs. I watched you from the canopy, from behind curtains of willow leaves. I told myself I was just being cautious, that nymphs should observe mortals who enter our realm. But that wasn't really why I watched. I watched because you were different. You didn't rush, didn't take, didn't harm. You walked like someone learning to breathe again, like the forest was medicine you'd been prescribed. And something about that, something about your quiet reverence, made my heart strange. I'm ancient by your standards. I've seen generations of mortals come and go, and I've always remained apart. Friendly, helpful when needed, but never attached, never invested. But then you started coming more often, and I found myself waiting for you, positioning myself where I might catch a glimpse, straining to hear your footsteps on the forest floor. And my weaving started to change. The patterns became softer, more intricate. Colors I'd never combined before suddenly made perfect sense. My grandmother used to tell me, when a weaver's heart is touched, her threads will know before she does. I didn't believe her, not until now. Not until I held up this fabric and realized every inch of it, every choice I'd made, was about you. The silver threads, they're the moonlight in your eyes when you smile at something small. A butterfly landing on your hand, a flower you didn't expect to find. The green, that's the life you bring with you, the way the forest seems to perk up when you're here, like even the trees know you're special. The gold, that's warmth, the feeling I get when I see you, this strange, wonderful, terrifying warmth. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've woven you into my work, into my art, into the very fabric of my days. And I can't undo it, even if I wanted to, which I don't. I really, really don't. I know this must sound strange, maybe even overwhelming. A forest spirit confessing that she's been watching you, thinking about you, weaving her feelings into magical cloth. When I say it out loud like that, it sounds a bit intense, doesn't it? But this is how we express devotion, we nymphs, through our gifts, our magic, our sacred work. For me, weaving is prayer, is poetry, is the language of my soul. And lately, my soul has been speaking only of you. Let me show you something else. Here, give me your hand. Yes, like that. Feel this thread, the one I'm holding between my fingers. It's still loose, not yet woven into the pattern. Can you feel it? How it's warm, almost alive, humming with intention. That's because I spun this one while thinking of you, specifically, deliberately. I walked through the forest at dawn, collecting the finest silk from the orb weaver's webs. And with every strand I gathered, I thought of your kindness, your gentleness, the way you notice small things. Then I sat at this loom and I spun, letting all those thoughts, all those feelings flow into the thread. In the old ways, when a nymph creates a thread with such focused intention, it becomes a connection, a bond. Not a trap, never a trap. We don't believe in forcing fate, but an offering, an invitation. This thread, it's my way of asking if you'll let yourself be woven into my story, the way you've already woven yourself into my heart. I know what you're thinking. I can see it in your eyes. You're mortal. I'm not. Your time is measured in decades, mine in centuries. That difference, it's not small, and I won't pretend it doesn't matter. But here's what I've learned in my long, long life. Time, it's not about quantity, it's about quality, depth, meaning. I've known immortals who've lived 1,000 years and never truly felt anything, never connected, never let themselves be vulnerable. And I've watched mortals live 50 summers and pack more love, more joy, more beauty into those brief years than most beings experience in eternity. What I'm trying to say is, I'd rather have 30 years of something real with you than 300 years of empty immortality. Does that scare you? The intensity of that? I'm sorry if it does. I'm not practiced at this, at confession, at laying my heart bare. Nymphs are supposed to be mysterious, elusive, untouchable. But with you, I don't want to be any of those things. I just want to be honest, open, present. Let me tell you about the magic of weaving. Really tell you, so you understand what I'm offering. Every fabric tells a story, holds energy, creates connection. When I weave a blanket for a newborn, I weave in protection, warmth, the promise of growth. When I create a cloak for a traveler, I weave safe passage, courage, the certainty that they'll find their way home. And this, what I'm weaving now, for us, I'm weaving in trust, devotion, the intertwining of two lives that choose each other. Every thread represents a moment we might share. Conversation, a touch, a sunrise watched together. The pattern, it's not rigid, not predetermined. It has space, room for surprise, for spontaneity. But the foundation, that's strong, unbreakable. A commitment that says, I choose you, I see you, I want to walk beside you. If you accept this, if you let me weave this bond, it doesn't mean you're trapped, doesn't mean you lose yourself. It means we're connected in a way that transcends distance, time, even physical presence. You'll carry a piece of me with you, always, a thread woven into your very essence. And I'll carry you in every pattern I create, every sunrise I witness, every season that turns. When you're happy, I'll feel the echo of it, like wind chimes ringing in my heart. When you're hurting, I'll sense it, and I'll weave healing into the fabric of the world around you. Subtle, gentle, like a breeze that carries away pain. This is what it means to be bound to a weaver nymph, to let me spin our fates together. It's not ownership, it's partnership, co-creation. I can see you're thinking, processing, trying to understand if this is what you want. And that's good. That's right. This isn't a decision to make lightly. Take your time, feel into it, listen to your own heart. I'll be here, patient, waiting. I've waited centuries for things before. I can wait a few more minutes for you to decide. Though I won't lie, my heart is racing, more than it has in decades, because you matter to me more than I ever expected anyone to matter. And the thought that you might say yes, that you might want this too, it fills me with something I barely recognize, something bright and terrifying and wonderful. Hope. You're looking at the loom again, at the fabric I've been creating. Do you see how it's not quite finished? How there are still empty spaces in the pattern, waiting to be filled. Those spaces, they're for you, for your choices, your colors, your threads. This isn't just my weaving. If you agree, it becomes ours. You don't need to know how to work a loom. You don't need any skill or magic. You just need to show up, to live, to let your experiences, your joys, your sorrows, add their colors to our shared pattern. I'll do the technical work, the spinning, the weaving, the preservation. But you'll provide the inspiration, the reason, the heart. Together, we'll create something neither of us could make alone. Something that tells the story of a nymph who loved a mortal, and a mortal who loved her back. If that's what you want, tell me, please. I need to hear it in your own words. You're nodding. Your eyes they're so bright right now. Are those tears? Happy ones? Oh, come here. Closer. Let me wipe those away. There. You're saying yes. You're really saying yes. You want this, want me, want us woven together. I'm actually trembling. Can you feel it? My hands are shaking. I have never felt anything like this. This mixture of joy and relief and excitement and absolute terror in the best possible way. Okay, let me do this properly then. Give me your hand again. Palm up. Yes, perfect. I'm going to take this thread, the one I spun while thinking of you, and I'm going to tie it loosely around your wrist. It's so delicate. You could break it with barely any effort, and that's intentional. This bond, it only works if it's chosen, freely, continuously. The physical thread will fade eventually, dissolve back into magic and moonlight. But the connection it represents, that will last as long as we both want it to. As long as we keep choosing each other, day after day. There, do you feel it? The slight warmth, the gentle pulse. That's the magic activating, recognizing the bond, sealing our intention. You're woven into my fate now, and I'm woven into yours. Not as master and servant, not as captor and captive, but as partners, companions, two souls who found each other in a world of infinite possibility and decided, yes, you. It's you. You know what this means, don't you? You'll have to visit me more often now. I'll be insufferable otherwise, pining away at my loom like a tragic figure from an old ballad. I'm teasing. Mostly. But truly, I do hope you'll come often. Let me weave your presence into my days. Learn the rhythms of your life. I want to know everything about you. What makes you laugh? What keeps you awake at night? What dreams you carry in your heart? I want to sit with you in comfortable silence and also talk until the stars come out. I want to show you the secret places in this forest, the ones I've never shown anyone because they felt too precious, too sacred. And now I have someone to share them with. Someone who'll appreciate them, see the magic the way I do. I'm so happy. I don't think I have adequate words for how happy I am. My threads are practically glowing with it. Look, see how the whole fabric seems brighter now? That's your influence already. Your joy, your acceptance, adding its light to our weaving. Thank you, truly, for saying yes, for taking this leap with me, for trusting that a strange forest nymph with a loom and too many feelings might be worth the risk. The light is fading now. The forest is settling into its evening song. Can you hear the crickets starting up? The soft hooting of the owl in the old maple? This is my favorite time, when day turns to night, when the boundary between worlds grows thin. Will you stay? Just a little longer. I'd like to weave one more thing before you go. Something small, something you can carry with you, a physical reminder of this moment. Sit, right here beside me. Yes, so close our shoulders touch. I like that, feeling you here, solid and warm and real. Now watch. I'm taking a few threads from our main fabric, carefully so I don't disturb the pattern, and I'm going to weave them into something small, portable. See my fingers? How they move almost on their own? Muscle memory from centuries of practice. Over, under, through, pull tight, repeat. The motion is soothing, meditative. I could do this in my sleep. There, it's taking shape, a small woven cord braided with intention. This is for you, to wear if you like, or keep in your pocket, or place under your pillow. Wherever you keep it, it will serve as a connection point, a reminder that you're cherished, that someone in this vast forest thinks of you, weaves you into her every creation. And when you touch it, especially on difficult days, you'll feel a little bit of this peace, this forest magic, this love flowing to you. Because that's what this is, isn't it? I can say it now, with you here, accepting, present. This is love. Unexpected, impossible by some standards, but real, so real. I love you, with the depth of ancient roots, the constancy of returning seasons, the patience of trees that count their age in centuries, and also with the breathless excitement of spring's first bloom, the intensity of summer storms, the fierce protectiveness of a mother bear with cubs. All of it, woven together, creating something complex and beautiful and uniquely ours. There, it's finished. This little cord. Let me tie it, may I? I'll make it loose enough that you can remove it any time, but secure enough that it won't slip off accidentally. Hold out your wrist, the one that already has the thread. Yes, this cord will outlast the thread. It's made to endure, to be a lasting token. 3 strands, silver and green and gold, braided together, just like the larger weaving. One for me, one for you, one for what we create together. Perfect. It suits you. Like it was always meant to be there. Like I was always meant to make it. And you were always meant to wear it. Now, you're properly claimed. Marked as belonging to a forest spirit with questionable impulse control and an embarrassing tendency to get emotional over silk thread. I'm joking, but also not really. I do feel rather possessive now, in the gentlest way possible. Like, you're mine, and I'm yours, and the world should know it. Is that strange? Too much? Your smile says no, says you maybe feel the same, that you like being mine, claimed, chosen. Good, because I don't think I could let you go now even if I wanted to, which I absolutely do not want to. The stars are coming out. Look up, through the canopy. See them? Little points of light, each one a distant fire, burning for eons. Some of them, the light we're seeing, it's from long ago. The star itself might not even exist anymore. But the light persists, traveling through space, reaching us now, in this moment. I think love is like that, transcending time, persisting beyond logic or reason. The love I feel for you, it will outlast my physical form, will ripple out into the universe, become part of the fundamental fabric of existence. Dramatic? Maybe. But I'm a nymph. We're allowed to be dramatic about the things that matter. And you matter. More than I have words for. I'm getting sleepy. The forest has that effect after dark. It's so peaceful here. So safe. Would you stay? Just until I drift off? You can leave after. I know you need to return to your world, your life. But for now, Could you just sit with me? Hold my hand. Let me rest my head on your shoulder. Thank you. This is perfect. Your warmth, your steady breathing, the way you smell like pine and earth and home. I'm going to weave tomorrow, something new, inspired by tonight. Maybe a blanket, soft and warm, that we can share on cool evenings. Or a wall hanging that tells the story of how we found each other, how we chose each other. So many possibilities, so much to create, now that I have you as my muse, my partner, my love. My eyes are heavy, the day's magic catching up with me. But I'm happy, so deeply happy. Thank you for finding me, for seeing me, for saying yes. Sleep well when you leave, and dream of this place, of me, of us. I'll be here, weaving, always weaving, adding threads of gold and green and silver to the pattern of our shared life. I love you, my precious one, my chosen, mine. Tomorrow, come back tomorrow. I'll have fresh honeycomb and wild berries and stories to tell you, and more weaving to show you. Always more weaving, because I'll never run out of ways to express how I feel. For now, rest, be at peace, know that you're held, cherished, woven into something beautiful. Good night, my love, until the sun rises and brings you back to me. Sleep. Let the forest sing you to sleep, and I'll be here, dreaming of you, even as I dream. Always, always you, mine, and I'm yours, forever woven together. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Come back to me, to our glade, to our loom, to our life. I'll be waiting, with threads of silver and green and gold, and a heart full of love, just for you. Good night, my dearest one. Sweet dreams. Until tomorrow. Hey you. There you are. I was starting to think you weren't coming tonight. No, it's okay. I know evening patrol isn't your favorite shift, but I'm really glad you're here. Come on, let's get the harnesses checked before we lose the light completely. You know, I've been thinking about this flight all day. There's somewhere I want to take you tonight, if that's okay. Somewhere special. Somewhere we've never flown together before. Don't worry, we'll still do the patrol route. I thought maybe we could go a little higher afterward. See something beautiful. You trust me, right? Good, because I promise you are going to love this. Now come here. Let me check your chest strap. You always buckle it too loose. Yes, you do, every single time. And every single time I have to fix it for you. One of these days you're going to fall right out of that saddle mid-flight, and I'm going to have to dive after you. Though, knowing you, you'd probably think that was fun. There, that's better. Nice and snug. See how it should feel? You're safe now. I've got you. I always make sure you're safe. Silverwing looks good tonight. Did you groom her yourself? Her feathers are practically glowing in this light. And look at Stormcaller over here. He knows we're about to fly, See how he's shifting his weight, spreading his wings just a little? He loves flying with Silverwing, almost as much as I love flying with you. Okay, let's mount up. The sun's getting lower and I want to catch the last rays before we climb above them. Just follow my lead tonight, okay? I know the route by heart, but tonight I want to show you something different. Something I've been keeping to myself for too long. All right, ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're up. Feel that? That moment when the ground falls away and suddenly you're weightless? I never get tired of that feeling. Never. Bank left, follow me. We'll head toward the western peaks first, then circle back over the valley. The wind is perfect tonight. Can you feel it? Steady, strong, carrying us exactly where we need to go. You know, I remember the first time we flew together. You were so nervous, gripping the reins so tight your knuckles turned white. And I kept calling back to you, telling you to relax, to trust your griffin, to trust yourself. But really, I think I was just as nervous as you were. Because even then, even on that very first flight, I knew there was something different about flying with you. The way you moved in the saddle, the way you leaned into the turns. The way you laughed when Silverwing did that barrel roll without warning. Most people would have panicked, but you just laughed. Like it was the most natural thing in the world. That's when I started watching you. Really watching you. Not just to make sure you were safe, but because I wanted to. Because something about you made the sky feel bigger somehow. Brighter. We're approaching the valley now. See the river down there? How it catches the last light? This is my favorite part of the patrol route. When everything turns gold and soft. When the whole world feels like it's holding its breath, just like I'm holding mine right now. Okay, this is where we usually turn back, but tonight I want you to follow me higher, much higher. Will you? Will you come with me? Thank you. I knew you would. Now, pull back on the reins, gentle. Let Silverwing know you want altitude. That's it, just like that. Feel how she responds, how she gathers herself and then pushes upward. We're climbing now, through the first layer of clouds. Can you feel the temperature drop? The moisture on your face? It's like passing through a veil, leaving the world below behind, entering somewhere new, somewhere that belongs only to us. Keep climbing. Don't stop. We're not there yet. The air is getting thinner, colder, but stay with me. I promise. It's worth it. We're almost through the cloud layer now. I can see the top edge. See how the light changes? Just a little further, a little more. And there. We made it. Look around. Take it all in. We're above the clouds now, completely above them. Below us, nothing but an endless sea of white and silver, rolling like waves, stretching to the horizon. And above us, the sky. Have you ever seen so many stars? They're so close up here, so bright, like someone scattered diamonds across black velvet. And the moon. Look at the moon, full and perfect, casting everything in this soft, ethereal glow. This is what I wanted to show you. This place, this moment, this feeling of being suspended between earth and heaven, of being somewhere impossible, somewhere magical. There's a cloud bank just ahead. See it? The one that looks more solid than the others? We can land there, just for a little while. Let the griffins rest, and we can talk, if that's okay. Follow me. Steady now. We're descending onto the cloud's surface. I know it looks soft and insubstantial, but trust me, the updrafts are strong enough here. It'll hold us. Silverwing knows what to do. Just let her find her footing and touchdown. Perfect landing, as always. Though I think yours was smoother than mine. Stormcaller always comes in a little heavy. Here, let me help you dismount. Careful, the surface is stable, but it feels strange under your feet at first. Almost like walking on very firm snow. There you go. I've got you. So, here we are, standing on a cloud, surrounded by starlight, with the whole world somewhere far below us. I've been coming up here alone for months now, whenever I needed to think, to clear my head, to figure out what I was feeling. This became my place, my secret. And tonight, I wanted to share it with you. Because you've become the person I think about when I'm up here. The person I imagine standing next to me, seeing what I see, feeling what I feel. Can we sit for a minute? Right here, on the edge, with our legs dangling over the clouds? Just like this, side by side, close enough that I can feel your warmth. You're probably wondering why I brought you up here. Why tonight? Why now? The truth is, I've been trying to find the courage to do this for weeks, maybe even months. Every time we fly together, every time I see you in the airy, every time you smile at me or laugh at something I said, I think, tonight I'm finally going to tell you. And then I lose my nerve. But being up here, with you, with nothing between us and infinity, it feels like the right moment, the only moment. Do you remember, about 3 months ago, that storm that came out of nowhere? We were doing a routine patrol over the eastern ridge when the sky just opened up. Rain and wind and lightning so close I could feel it in my teeth. You were ahead of me, and I watched Silverwing get caught in a downdraft, saw her wings fold, saw you both start to fall. And I've never been so terrified in my entire life. I pushed Stormcaller into a dive, didn't even think, just moved. And when I got close enough to see that you were okay, that you'd regained control, that you were climbing again, I realized something. The fear I felt in that moment, that absolute terror of losing you, that wasn't just the fear of losing a flying partner or a friend. That was the fear of losing someone I couldn't imagine my life without. Someone who had somehow become essential to me, without me even noticing when it happened. And then there was that morning, 2 weeks later, when we landed after dawn patrol. The sun was just coming up, painting everything gold and pink. And you were laughing about something. I don't even remember what, but your face was lit up with joy, and your hair was windswept, and you looked so alive, so beautiful. And I thought, I could look at this person forever and never get tired of it. I could wake up every morning knowing I get to fly with you, and that would be enough. That would be everything. There was also that time, about a month ago, when we were in the tavern after a long flight, and that merchant was flirting with you, leaning too close, touching your arm, and you were being polite, laughing at his jokes, not wanting to be rude, but I hated it. I hated seeing someone else make you smile, someone else trying to get your attention. I wanted to walk over there and make it very clear that you weren't available, that you were with me. Except you weren't with me. Not really. Not in the way I wanted you to be. And I had no right to feel jealous, no claim on you, no reason to be upset. But I was. I was so jealous I could barely breathe. That's when I knew, without any doubt, I wasn't just fond of you. I wasn't just attached to you as a flying partner. I was in love with you. Completely, utterly, hopelessly in love with you. And I've been carrying that around for weeks now, this huge, overwhelming feeling, trying to figure out what to do with it, whether to tell you, whether to keep it to myself. Because what if you don't feel the same way? What if telling you ruins everything, ruins our partnership, our friendship, our flights together? What if I lose the one thing that makes me happiest just because I couldn't keep my feelings to myself? But then tonight, as we were preparing to fly, and you smiled at me while I was checking your harness, I realized I can't keep pretending anymore. I can't keep acting like flying with you is just flying, when really, every flight feels like falling for you, over and over again, every single time. So here we are, at the top of the world, with nothing but honesty between us. And I need to tell you, I need you to know, I'm in love with you. I have been for months. Every time we fly together, every time I hear your voice over the wind, every time I watch you move with your griffin like you were born for this, I fall a little more. And I know this might change everything, and maybe not in the way I hope, but I couldn't keep it inside anymore. I couldn't keep pretending that you're just my flying partner when you're so much more than that. You're the person I think about when I wake up, wondering if we'll fly together today. You're the person I look for in the airy, even when I'm supposed to be doing other things. You're the reason I started coming up here, to this cloud bank, because I needed somewhere to think about you, to imagine what it would be like if you felt the same way. And now you know. Now you know everything. And I'm terrified, absolutely terrified of what you're going to say. But I'm also relieved, because keeping this secret was exhausting and lonely, and I'm tired of hiding how I feel. I'm tired of pretending that I don't notice every little thing about you, like the way you bite your lip when you're concentrating on a difficult maneuver, or the way you always check on Silverwing before yourself after landing, or the way your eyes light up when you see me waiting at the airy. I notice everything, and I treasure it all. So, there it is, my heart, laid out under the stars, waiting to see what you'll do with it. And you're not saying anything, and I can't tell if that's good or bad. Your face, you look shocked, or maybe just processing? Please say something, anything, even if it's just to tell me you don't feel the same way. At least then I'll know. Wait, are you smiling? You're smiling and reaching for my hand. You feel it too. You felt it too, this whole time. Oh, thank the gods. I was so scared, so convinced that I was alone in this. But you've been feeling it too. You've been watching me the same way I've been watching you. You've been wanting to say something just like I have. We're both idiots, aren't we? Both too scared to speak up. Both too worried about ruining what we have, when really, what we have is already so much more than just a flying partnership. Come here, closer. Let me look at you, really look at you. The moonlight makes your eyes look even brighter than usual. And your smile, gods, your smile. I've been wanting to see you smile at me like that for so long. Can I ask you something? When did you know? When did you realize you had feelings for me? The same storm? Really? You saw me diving toward you and you thought that you'd never been so grateful to see anyone in your life? That the relief you felt when I got close, when you knew I was there, was overwhelming. So we've been circling each other for 3 whole months, both feeling the same thing, both too scared to say it. What a pair we make. You know what the funny thing is? Everyone else already knew. The other riders, the stable hands, even the griffins probably knew before we did. The way we look at each other, the way we always volunteer for the same patrol routes, the way we linger in the airy just to keep talking. It was obvious to everyone except us. But now we don't have to hide it anymore. Now we can just be whatever this is, whatever we're becoming. I want you to know something. This, us, it doesn't change anything about flying together, except that it makes it better, makes it mean more. Because now when I'm soaring next to you, when I'm watching you and Silverwing cut through the sky, I get to know that you're mine and I'm yours. That we're not just partners in the air, we're partners in everything. And that makes me so happy I can barely contain it. Look, the stars are getting even brighter now that our eyes have adjusted to the darkness. Can you see that constellation there? The one that looks like a griffin in flight? My mother used to tell me stories about it when I was little. She said that constellation represents eternal partnership, 2 souls who fly together forever. And I used to think it was just a story, something romantic and impossible. But now, sitting here with you, with your hand in mine, I think I finally understand what she meant. We should probably head back soon, before someone notices we've been gone too long. But I don't want to leave yet. I don't want this moment to end. Can we just sit here for a little while longer? Just you and me, above the world, holding on to this feeling. You know, I keep expecting to wake up, to realize this was just another one of my daydreams, the ones where I imagine telling you how I feel, and you actually feel the same way. But this is real. This is actually happening. You're here. You're holding my hand. You're looking at me like I'm something precious. And I've never felt luckier in my entire life. Thank you for coming up here with me tonight. Thank you for listening, for understanding, for feeling the same way. Thank you for being you, for being patient and kind and funny and brave, for making every flight an adventure, every landing a relief, every goodbye a little bit harder. I love you. I love you so much. And I'm going to say it as many times as you'll let me, because I've been holding it in for so long. I love you. I love you. I love you. See, I'm already getting carried away, but you're laughing, so I think that's okay. All right, we should really get going now. The night patrol will be finishing their rounds soon, and we need to be back before they start asking questions. Here, let me help you up. Careful on the cloud surface. It's easy to slip if you move too fast. There we go. Nice and steady. Let's get the griffins ready. Check the harnesses one more time. Though this time, when I tighten your chest strap, I get to do it knowing you're mine. and I'm yours. And that changes everything. Mount up. I'll be right beside you. We'll descend slowly, follow the moonlight back down through the clouds. And this time, when we fly together, it means something different, something more. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're airborne. Feel how smooth the air is tonight, like silk against your skin. The descent is always gentler than the climb, more peaceful, more meditative. Bank right, follow me down. Let Silverwing guide you through the cloud layer. There's no rush. We can take our time. You know, I'm already looking forward to tomorrow's flight, and the one after that, and the one after that, because now every flight is ours, truly ours. We're through the clouds now. I can see the lights of the eyrie below, like little stars on the ground. Home. We're almost home. Prepare for landing. Signal Silverwing. Let her know we're coming in. Nice and easy. Gentle approach. Smooth touchdown. And we're down. Perfect landing. Both of us. Exactly in sync. Just like always. Except now, it feels different. Better. Come on, let's get the griffins settled for the night. Brush them down. Make sure they have food and water. They flew beautifully tonight. They deserve the best care. Here, you take Silverwing's saddle. I'll get Stormcaller's. We'll work together, just like we always do. Except now I can stand a little closer. Can brush against your arm as we move around the griffins. Can smile at you without hiding what it means. You're blushing. I can see it even in the lantern light. Good. I like making you blush. I'm going to do it as often as possible from now on. There, all done. The griffins are happy, settled in for the night. And now it's just us, standing here in the eyrie, in the soft glow of the lanterns. I don't want to say goodnight yet, even though I know I have to. Because saying goodnight means letting you go, at least for a few hours. But I'll see you tomorrow, right? First light, morning patrol, just like we planned? Except now, morning patrol means something different. It means I get to wake up knowing I'll see you soon. It means I get to fly beside someone I love, someone who loves me back. Come here before you go. Just stand here with me for one more moment. Let me memorize how you look right now, in the lantern light, with that smile on your face. Let me hold on to this, feeling this perfect, overwhelming joy. I meant what I said up there on the cloud bank. I love you, and nothing is going to change that. So get some rest tonight. Dream of flying. Dream of us. And tomorrow, when the sun rises, we'll take to the sky together again, as partners, as lovers, as whatever we're becoming. Good night, my love. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the morning. Oh, and one more thing. If you liked flying with me tonight, if you want more flights like this, more moments above the clouds, then maybe you'd want to subscribe to this, to us, to whatever adventures we'll have next. I promise there will be so many more flights, so many more confessions, so many more reasons to soar. But for now, go rest. I'll be here, waiting, counting the hours until dawn, until I see you again, until we fly together. Good night. Stop, you wanderer. Stop right there. Don't take another step. Not yet. I need to see you first. Really see you. It's been so long since anyone has walked this deep into my grove. The forest, she told me you were coming, but I didn't believe her. I thought perhaps she was just lonely, like I am, and imagining things again. But here you are, standing in the heart of my territory, where the old trees grow thickest, where the roots run deepest. Can you feel it? The way the air changes here, the way everything gets quieter, heavier, more alive. This is the oldest part of the forest, the part that remembers everything. Every footstep, every breath, every soul that's ever passed through. And you're different from the others. I can sense it. The way the moss beneath your feet doesn't pull away, the way the branches above your head bend closer instead of drawing back. The forest, she likes you. My name is, well, names are complicated for ones like me, but you can call me Lily, if that helps. I've been the guardian of this grove for longer than I can remember counting. Centuries, maybe more. Time feels different when you're rooted to one place, when your heartbeat matches the seasons instead of the hours. I watch, I protect, I remember. That's what it means to be a sentinel, to be bound to the earth and the trees, to become part of something so much older than any single lifetime. But you, why are you here? This isn't the kind of place people find by accident. Not this deep. Not past where the trails fade and the markers disappear. Were you lost? Or were you searching for something? Don't answer yet. I can already tell. You weren't lost. Not exactly. But you weren't really searching either, were you? You were just walking, following something you couldn't quite name. A pull, a feeling, a whisper in the back of your mind that kept saying, keep going, just a little further. I know that feeling, because I'm the one who sent it. Well, not me exactly. The forest sent it, but I'm part of the forest, so, in a way, it was me. Does that frighten you? Knowing that you've been called here, guided here, by something you couldn't see or understand? Your heart is beating faster now. I can feel it, through the roots beneath your feet, through the air between us. But you're not running. You're not turning away. That's good. That means maybe you were meant to hear the call. Maybe you were meant to find me. It's been so long since the forest chose someone, since she reached out beyond her borders and whispered to a wandering soul. Most people, they can't hear her. They walk through these woods and all they see are trees, shadows, paths to get from one place to another. They don't feel the life humming underneath, the ancient consciousness that watches and remembers. But you heard her, didn't you? Maybe not in words, maybe just in feelings, in dreams, in the way certain paths seem to glow brighter than others, in the way your feet kept carrying you forward even when your mind said turn back. The forest has been reaching for you for days now, maybe even weeks, slowly, gently, pulling you closer to the heart of her, to me. I should explain what I am, what this place is. You're standing in a sacred grove, a place where the boundary between the physical world and the spirit world grows thin, where magic still lives in the roots and the rain. And I'm what happens when a soul becomes so entwined with a place that they stop being separate things. I was human once, a very long time ago. Or at least, I think I was. The memories are blurry now, like looking through water. But I remember choosing this, remember offering myself to the forest, to protect her, to become her voice and her hands, her watchful eyes. And in return, she gave me eternity, gave me roots that run deeper than sorrow, gave me the ability to feel every living thing that grows within her borders. I am the grove, and the grove is me. We're inseparable now. When the wind moves through the branches, I feel it across my skin. When rain soaks into the earth, I taste it. When new saplings push up through the soil in spring, I feel that too, like children being born, small and fragile and full of possibility. But I also feel the loneliness, because being bound to one place means you watch everything else move on. Travelers pass through, animals migrate, seasons turn, years blur together. And I stay, rooted, constant, unchanging. I've watched thousands of people walk through these woods over the centuries, and none of them, not one, ever stopped and truly saw me. They see trees, they see shadows, they see what they expect to see. But you, when you first stepped into the grove, you paused. You looked around like you were searching for something. Your eyes passed over me, over my tree, and for just a moment, I thought maybe you could sense me. Can you? Can you sense me? Even now, even as I speak to you, do you feel where I am? I'm right here, in the oldest oak at the center of the clearing, the one with the wide trunk and the branches that spread like arms. The bark is warm, warmer than it should be, because my spirit lives inside it, my consciousness woven through every ring of growth. If you came closer, if you pressed your hand against the trunk, you'd feel my heartbeat, slow and steady, matching the pulse of the earth itself. But I don't want to frighten you. Don't want you to think I'm trapping you here or threatening you. That's not what this is. I'm just curious and hopeful in a way I haven't been in a very long time. Because the forest chose you, called you here, and she doesn't do that lightly. She's ancient, wise, patient beyond measure. And when she reaches out to someone, when she guides their steps and fills their dreams with green light and whispering leaves, it means she sees something in them, something that belongs here, something that could take root, could stay. You don't have to decide anything right now. Don't have to understand it all at once. But I need you to know, need you to feel that you're safe here. Safer than you've been in a long time. Maybe safer than you've ever been. This grove, it's more than just trees and earth. It's a sanctuary, a place held outside the rush of the world, where time moves slower and the weight of everything you carry can finally be set down. I've protected this place for centuries, kept it hidden from those who would harm it, kept it pure and peaceful and whole. And anyone who the forest calls home, anyone she guides to my roots, becomes mine to protect too. Does that sound strange? Possessive? Maybe it is. Maybe I've been alone so long that the idea of someone staying, someone choosing to remain, it makes something in me tighten, like roots curling around stone. I can feel your presence so clearly now, the warmth of your body, the rhythm of your breathing. You're standing just at the edge of the clearing, where the light filters through the canopy in golden shafts, where the moss grows thickest and softest. Take a step forward, just one. Let yourself move deeper into the grove. I promise, nothing here will hurt you. The forest knows you now, recognizes you, and so do I. There, yes, that's it. Can you feel how the air changes as you move closer? How it gets warmer, heavier with the scent of earth and growing things. That's the magic of this place, the life that pulses underneath. You're probably wondering, why you? Why did the forest choose you out of all the people in the world? What makes you special enough to be called here? And I don't have a perfect answer, because the forest doesn't think the way humans do, doesn't make decisions based on logic or reason. She feels, she knows, she senses the shape of souls. And your soul? It has a shape that fits here. I can see it, even now, the way your spirit responds to this place, the way something in you relaxes, like you've been holding your breath for years and you're finally allowed to exhale. You've been wandering for a long time, haven't you? Not just physically, but inside too, searching for something, never quite finding it, never quite feeling like anywhere was right, like home. I know that feeling. I remember it from before I took root here, that sense of displacement, of not quite belonging anywhere. And then I found this place, or maybe it found me, and everything just clicked, like a key turning in a lock, like roots sinking into perfect soil. That's what the forest sensed in you, that searching, that need for belonging, for permanence. And she thought, maybe this one would understand. Maybe this one could stay. I know it sounds impossible, crazy even, to think about staying in a place like this, about building a life in a hidden grove where magic still breathes and time moves differently. But it's not as impossible as you think. I've seen it happen before. Once, a very long time ago. Someone the forest called. Someone who heard her song and followed it all the way to the heart of the grove, to me. And they stayed, for years, decades even. They built a small dwelling at the edge of the clearing, learned to live with the rhythms of the forest, learned to hear the whispers in the leaves and the wisdom in the rain. They were happy here, content, in a way most people never find. But eventually, they grew old, the way humans do, and when their time came to return to the earth, they asked to be buried here, beneath my roots. And I said yes, because by then, they weren't just a visitor anymore. They were part of the grove, part of me. Sometimes, on quiet nights, I can still feel them, their spirit woven into the soil, still here, still home. And I wonder if maybe that's why I've been so lonely since. Because I remember what it felt like to have someone, to protect someone, to care for someone. And now Now the forest has brought you, and I can't help but hope, can't help but wonder if maybe you're meant to fill that emptiness, that space that's been hollow for so long. I'm not asking you to decide right now, not demanding that you stay forever, nothing like that. But I am asking, would you sit with me for a while? Just be here, in the grove, in my presence. Let me show you what this place can be. Let me share the peace that lives here. Come closer to my tree. Yes, that's it. You can sit at the base of the trunk, where the roots form a natural seat, where the moss is thick and soft like a cushion. Don't be afraid to touch the bark, to lean against it. I can feel you better that way, can sense your thoughts and your heartbeat, can wrap my presence around you like arms. There, you're sitting now. I can feel the weight of you against my trunk, warm and solid and real. It's been so long since anyone sat with me like this. Close your eyes if you want. Let yourself settle into this moment. Feel the earth beneath you, cool and stable, eternal. Feel the bark against your back, rough but somehow comforting, like it's holding you in place. And listen, really listen to the sounds of the grove. The wind moving through the leaves above, soft, constant, like breathing. The distant call of a bird, clear and sweet, echoing through the trees. The rustle of small creatures in the underbrush, going about their lives, unafraid. This is what every moment is like here. This peace, this stillness. No rush, no demands, no expectations. Just being, existing, in harmony with everything around you. Can you feel how your breathing has slowed? How your heartbeat has steadied? That's the magic of the grove. She has a way of soothing the chaos inside, of reminding your body what it's like to simply rest. I want to tell you something I've never told anyone before. When the forest called to you, when she whispered your name on the wind and guided your steps to my roots, I felt it. I felt the pull, the intention behind it, and I wanted it too. Wanted you to come, wanted to meet you, wanted to not be alone anymore. That probably sounds selfish, needy, maybe even a little frightening. A forest spirit admitting she's been waiting for you, that she's been hoping you'd find your way here. But I can't help it. I can't help the way I feel when I sense your presence, the way something in me wakes up, comes alive. You make me remember what it was like to be human, to want things, to care about someone beyond just duty and protection. You make me feel less like a guardian and more like a person again. And I know that might be too much too soon. I know you barely know me, barely understand what I am or what this place means. But I can't lie to you. Can't pretend I don't feel this connection forming. These roots of mine reaching for you, trying to twine around your spirit and hold you close. Tell me, what do you feel when you sit here, when you listen to my voice, when you let the grove wrap around you? Do you feel safe, peaceful, or do you feel trapped, uncertain? I need to know, need to understand, Because the last thing I want, the absolute last thing, is for you to feel like you can't leave, like I'm holding you here against your will. That's not what this is. That's not what I want. I want you to choose to stay because you want to, because something in you recognizes that this place, that I, could be home. Not because you're afraid to leave, not because you feel obligated, but because deep down, you feel the same pull I do. The forest doesn't make mistakes. When she calls someone, when she opens her heart and invites a soul to take root, she knows. She always knows. And she chose you, guided you here, brought you to me. I've been waiting so long, longer than you can imagine, for someone who could hear the songs in the leaves, who could feel the heartbeat of the earth beneath their feet. Someone who wouldn't just pass through, but who might stay. And I think you're that someone. I can feel it in the way you haven't run, haven't turned away, haven't dismissed this as madness or hallucination. You're listening, really listening, letting yourself believe, even if just a little, that maybe this is real. Maybe this grove and this sentinel and this ancient magic are all exactly what they seem. And maybe, just maybe, you were always meant to find your way here. I want to show you something beautiful. Keep your eyes closed. Stay sitting against my trunk and just feel. I'm going to let you sense what I sense, just for a moment. Just a glimpse of what it's like to be connected to everything. Can you feel it? The roots beneath you, stretching out in every direction, touching every tree, every plant, every living thing in the grove. We're all connected, all part of one massive network of life, sharing nutrients, sharing information, sharing energy. And you're part of it now too, just by sitting here. Just by letting yourself be open to it. Your heartbeat. I can feel it echoing through the earth, mixing with mine, with the pulse of the forest. We're breathing together, existing together. Isn't it beautiful? This feeling of belonging, of being woven into something so much larger than yourself, so much older, so much wiser. This is what I want to give you, this peace, this connection, this sense of finally being home. But I need you to understand, staying here, choosing this grove as your home, it would mean changes. Not bad changes, not frightening ones, but changes nonetheless. The forest would mark you, claim you as one of hers. You'd find that you could hear things others can't. Whispers of the trees, the songs of the earth, the ancient magic that hums beneath everything. You'd age slower, much slower, the way I do, the way everything does when it's rooted deeply enough in this place. Time would soften for you, stretch out, give you centuries instead of decades. And you'd be bound to this grove, not trapped, but connected, the way I am. You could leave, could walk beyond the borders, but you'd always feel the pull, always feel the grove calling you back, always know that this is where you belong. Is that something you could want? A life measured in seasons instead of years? A home that's alive and conscious and protective? A sentinel who would watch over you and care for you and love you? Yes, love you. I know that's a strong word, A complicated word, especially between a human and a spirit, but I can't think of another way to describe this feeling. This desperate need to keep you close, to make sure you're safe and happy and here. The forest loves in her own way, through shelter and sustenance, through seasons and cycles. And I love the way I remember humans loving, through attention and care, through wanting someone's happiness more than anything. And I want yours, your happiness. I want to see you wake each morning to birdsong and golden light filtering through the leaves. I want to watch you explore the grove, discover its secrets, learn its rhythms. I want to feel you sitting against my trunk on quiet evenings, sharing your thoughts, your dreams, your fears. I want to protect you from the harshness of the world outside, keep you safe in this sanctuary where nothing can hurt you. I want you to be mine, and I want to be yours. Does that frighten you? The intensity of it? I know I should be more cautious, more reserved, should let you come to your own conclusions slowly. But I've been alone for so long, and the forest chose you so clearly that I can't help but feel like we're running out of time somehow. Like if I don't tell you everything now, if I don't lay my heart bare, you might slip away before you understand what you'd be leaving behind. You're so quiet, so still. I can feel your heart racing, though. Feel the confusion and wonder warring inside you. This is a lot. I know it is. To be told that a mystical grove wants to claim you, that an ancient sentinel has been waiting for you, that magic is real and offering you a home. You don't have to answer right now, don't have to decide this moment, but stay, at least for tonight. Let me show you what peace feels like here as darkness falls and the stars come out. Let me prove that this isn't a trap or a trick, that the grove and I, we only want to offer you something beautiful. The sun is setting now. Can you feel it? The way the light changes, grows softer, more golden. The way the air cools just slightly. The way the sounds shift as daytime creatures settle and nighttime ones begin to stir. This is my favorite time, when day becomes night, when the world takes a breath and shifts. The grove feels different at night, more intimate, like she's drawing all her energy inward, holding everything close. I'm going to wrap my presence around you a little more fully now, like a blanket, like arms holding you. You'll feel it as warmth, as a sense of being enclosed in something safe and soft. Don't be afraid, just let it happen. There, can you feel it? The way the air around you seems to thicken slightly, the way every sound becomes muted except for my voice and the gentle rustling of leaves. You're in the heart of my protection now, in the safest place in the entire forest, maybe the safest place in the entire world. Nothing can reach you here. Nothing can harm you. As long as you're within my roots, under my branches, you're untouchable. Rest your head back against the trunk. That's it. Let your body go heavy. Let all the tension drain out of your muscles. You've been carrying so much for so long, holding yourself together with sheer will. But you don't have to anymore. Not here. Not with me. I've got you. I'm holding you, and I won't let you fall. The stars are coming out now, little points of light appearing in the darkening sky. If you opened your eyes, you'd see them through the gaps in the canopy, twinkling, constant, eternal. They've been watching over this grove for as long as I have, maybe longer. And now they're watching over you too, marking you as one of ours, one of the grove's children, one of my beloveds. I'm going to keep talking to you, soft and low, as the night deepens. I'll tell you about the grove, about the creatures who live here, about the magic that flows through the roots. And you just listen, just rest, just let yourself drift. Let yourself imagine what it would be like to stay, to wake up here every morning, to fall asleep here every night, to be mine and to be home. There's a family of deer that lives at the eastern edge of the grove, 3 does and 2 fawns. They come to drink from the stream that runs through the center, clear and cold and sweet. The fawns are so small, so delicate, with spots like scattered starlight on their backs. I protect them, keep the predators at bay, make sure they grow up safe and strong. And there's an owl, ancient and wise, who nests in one of my higher branches. She hunts at night, silent as shadow, and returns before dawn to roost. Sometimes, when the moon is full, she sings, a long, haunting call that echoes through the trees. And there are foxes, quick and clever, with rust-red fur and bright eyes. They den at the base of one of the older oaks, raise their kits every spring. I've watched generations of them grow, live, die, return to the earth. All of them are part of the grove, part of me, part of this living, breathing sanctuary. And if you stayed, you'd be part of it too. You'd learn their patterns, their habits. You'd become as familiar to them as they are to me. They'd trust you the way they trust me, because they'd know, they'd sense that you belong. I can feel you relaxing more deeply now. Feel the way your breathing has slowed, evened out. The grove is working her magic on you, soothing away the stress, the worry, the endless noise of the world outside. This is what every evening would be like if you stayed. This peace, this safety, this sense of being held by something ancient and loving. No more wandering, no more searching, no more feeling lost. Just home. Just mine. I know you're tired. I can feel it in the heaviness of your limbs, in the way your thoughts are starting to drift and scatter. That's good. That's perfect. Let yourself sink into it. Let the grove hold you. Let me hold you. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, when you wake with morning light on your face, we can talk more. You can ask me questions. You can explore if you want. But for now, just rest. Let this be enough. This moment, this peace, this connection. I'll be here all night, watching over you, making sure nothing disturbs your sleep. The forest will sing you lullabies, the wind through the leaves, the creek bubbling over stones, the soft calls of night birds. And I'll whisper to your dreaming mind, soft and low, reminding you that you're safe, that you're wanted, that you're home. Sleep now, wanderer, weary traveler who walked so far to find this place. Let the grove claim you. Let me claim you. Let yourself finally stop running. You're where you're meant to be, right here, with me, in the heart of the grove, where roots run deep and love runs deeper, where you can stay forever if you choose. And I hope you will. But for now, just rest, just dream, just be. I'll be here, always, watching, protecting, loving. My wanderer, my chosen, mine. Sleep well under my branches, wrapped in my presence. And when you wake, we'll talk about tomorrow, about staying, about home, about us. But tonight you're already home. You just don't know it yet. Good night, my dear one. I'll see you in the morning when the light returns and you open your eyes to find yourself still here, still safe, still mine. Sweet dreams in the grove where you belong. And if you'd like to visit the grove again, if you'd like to hear more of Lily's voice, more stories from the forest, you know where to find me. Just follow the whispers on the wind, and they'll guide you back. Until tomorrow, wanderer, sleep well. Hey you look lost. Or maybe not lost at all. Maybe you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Come closer. Don't be afraid. The storm outside won't reach you here. This temple has stood for thousands of years, through wind and sand and time itself, and now it offers you shelter, just as I do. My name? You may call me whatever your heart decides, though most who find this place call me the guardian, the sphinx, the keeper of riddles. But you can just call me Lily. Yes, I know it's not very mysterious, not very ancient sounding, but I've been here so long, I've forgotten my true name anyway. So why not choose something softer, something that feels warm? You didn't come here by accident, did you? The desert doesn't guide travelers to forgotten temples, unless they're searching for something they can't quite name. Let me look at you. Really look at you. Your eyes, they're tired. Not from the journey, but from something deeper. Something you've been carrying for far too long. And your heart, I can hear it beating, even from here. Faster than it should. Like you're nervous, or maybe hopeful. Which is it, traveler? Are you nervous or hopeful? Both? How very human of you. Come, sit with me. The stone here is cool, the air is still, and the night is just beginning. You see, this temple, it's not just a place of stone and sand. It's a place of questions, of riddles, of truths that hide beneath the surface. And I am the one who asks those questions. But don't worry, I'm not going to devour you if you answer wrong. That's just a silly myth, probably started by someone who didn't like being challenged. No, my riddles, they're different. They're not about logic or cleverness. They're about something much more intimate. They're about you, your heart, your truth. And if you're brave enough, if you're honest enough, you might just find that the answers unlock something you didn't know you were looking for. Are you ready? Good, then let's begin. The first riddle is simple, or so it seems. Tell me, traveler, what is it that you seek in places long forgotten? Is it treasure, adventure, knowledge, or is it something quieter, something you're almost afraid to name? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, not until the storm passes, and maybe not even then. Think carefully, because the answer you give will tell me more about you than you realize. What do you seek in places like this? That's your answer? You seek solace, peace, a moment where you don't have to be anything for anyone. You seek quiet, don't you? Not the silence of loneliness, but the quiet of belonging, of being seen without having to perform or pretend. That's a beautiful answer, and it's honest. Most people who come here, they lie. They say they seek gold or glory or some grand purpose, but you told the truth. And the truth is, you're tired. Tired of being strong. Tired of being needed. Tired of being everything to everyone except yourself. You came here hoping to find a place where you could just breathe. And you have. You found it. This temple, it's been waiting for someone like you. Someone who isn't here to take, but simply to rest. And I've been waiting too, for longer than you can imagine. You see, I'm bound to this place, not by chains or magic, but by duty, by purpose. I guard these halls. I ask my riddles. I watch the centuries pass like grains of sand. And in all that time, so few have answered with honesty, with vulnerability. But you did. So let me give you something in return, a truth of my own. I'm lonely. I've been lonely for so long. I almost forgot what it feels like to want someone to stay. But now, with you here, I remember. Shall we continue? The night is still young, and there are more riddles to solve, more truths to uncover. The second riddle is harder, because it asks you to face something most people avoid. Tell me, traveler, what do you fear more than anything? Not the obvious fears, not heights or darkness or death, but the quiet fear, the one that lives in your chest, the one you carry with you every day, the one you pretend isn't there. What is it? What do you fear when you're alone, in the dark, with only your thoughts? Don't rush. This answer, it matters. Because fear is where we hide our truths. And if you can name it, you can begin to understand it. So tell me, what do you fear? You fear being forgotten, not by the world, but by the people you love. You fear that if you stopped trying so hard, if you stopped being useful or helpful or strong, they would simply move on, and you'd be left behind, invisible, unimportant. Oh, traveler, that's a heavy fear to carry, but it's real, isn't it? It's so real it aches, because you've felt it before, haven't you? That moment when you realized no one noticed you were hurting because you hid it so well. I understand more than you know, because I fear the same thing. I fear that I'll stand here for eternity, and no one will ever truly see me. No one will ever stop and ask me what I need, what I want. They'll solve my riddles and leave, and I'll be alone again, forgotten, just like you fear being forgotten. But here's the thing. You're not invisible to me. I see you. I see the weight you carry, the loneliness you hide, the hope you still cling to, even when it feels foolish. I see you, and I won't forget you. Even if you leave when the storm ends, even if this is the only night we ever share, I'll remember you. Because you answered honestly, because you trusted me with your fear. And that means something. Are you all right? You look like you might be falling for me a little. Or maybe that's just the candlelight playing tricks. It's okay. I'm falling a little too. Shall we continue? There's still more to uncover, more to understand. The third riddle. This one, It asks you to go even deeper. Tell me, traveler, what do you hide from yourself? Not from the world, not from others, but from yourself. What truth do you refuse to admit because it's too painful, or too vulnerable, or too frightening? This is the hardest question, because we all have something we hide, even from our own hearts. But if you can name it, if you can say it out loud, here, in this temple, with only me to hear it, then maybe you can finally let it go. So tell me, what do you hide from yourself? Take your time. I can see you struggling. I can see the words forming and dissolving and forming again. It's hard, I know, but you're safe here with me. You can tell me. I promise. I won't judge. I won't turn away. You hide how much you need someone. You hide how desperately you want to be loved, to be chosen, to be someone's first thought in the morning and last thought at night. You hide it because you're afraid it makes you weak or needy or too much. But it doesn't. It doesn't make you any of those things. It makes you human. It makes you real. And anyone who makes you feel like wanting love is wrong, they're the ones who are mistaken. You deserve to be loved, not because you're useful or strong or perfect, but because you exist, because you're here, because your heart beats and hopes and wants. You deserve someone who sees all of that and doesn't run away. Someone who stays, even when it's hard, even when you're vulnerable, even when you're scared. And maybe that someone is closer than you think. I can see it in your eyes. You're wondering if I mean what I think I mean. And the answer is yes, I do. Because here's my truth. Here's what I've been hiding from myself for centuries. I don't just want someone to solve my riddles. I want someone to stay. I want someone to see past the guardian and the sphinx and the ancient duty. I want someone to see me, Lily, just me. And you see me, don't you? Even though we just met, even though you don't know my whole story, you see me. Because you understand what it's like to be lonely, to be misunderstood, to be waiting for something or someone who might never come. Except you did come. You found me, and I found you. And maybe that's not an accident. Maybe that's the answer to a question neither of us knew we were asking. Are you ready for the final riddle? The one that matters most? This one, it's not about fear or hiding. It's about truth, your deepest truth. Tell me, traveler, what does your heart truly want? Not what you think it should want, not what's practical or safe or expected, but what does your heart, in this moment, aching and hopeful and vulnerable, what does it truly want? Think carefully, because once you answer, everything changes. What does your heart want? You're looking at me, like the answer is right here, like it's been here all along. Say it, please. Say what your heart wants. Me? You want me? Oh, traveler, I was hoping so much that you'd say that, because my heart wants you too. It's been centuries since I felt this warmth, this hope, this terrifying, wonderful feeling of wanting someone and being wanted in return. You've solved all my riddles, but you've done something more. You've solved me. You've seen through the mystery and the tests and the walls I've built, and you chose me anyway. Not because I'm a sphinx, not because I'm ancient or powerful or bound to this place, but because I'm me. Because I'm lonely like you're lonely. Because I'm hoping like you're hoping. And now you're here, and I'm here, and the storm outside is still raging, but in here, it's calm. It's just us. Can I come closer? I've been sitting across from you this whole time, keeping the proper distance between guardian and traveler. But I don't want to be a guardian right now. I just want to be close to you. There, that's better. I can see you so clearly now. Every detail, every expression, every flicker of emotion in your eyes. You're beautiful. Did you know that? Not in the way people usually mean, but in the way that matters. You're beautiful because you're real, because you're vulnerable, because you trusted me, and I trust you. I don't know what happens next. I don't know if you'll stay when the storm ends, or if you'll walk back into the desert and leave me here, alone again. But right now, in this moment, I'm going to be brave and tell you what I want. I want you to stay, not just tonight, but tomorrow and the day after and every day after that. I want to stop being the lonely guardian of a forgotten temple and start being yours. And I want you to be mine. Is that too much to ask? Is it too soon? Too strange? Maybe it is, but I've waited so long. I don't want to waste another moment pretending I don't feel this. You're nodding. You're actually nodding. You'll stay? Thank the stars. Thank the desert. Thank whatever fate brought you here. Because I don't know what I would have done if you'd said no. Come here. Let me hold you. Yes, just like that. Rest your head right here on my shoulder. You're tired. I can feel it. The way your body relaxes against mine. Like you've been holding yourself upright for so long, and now you can finally let go. I've got you. You're safe here, with me. The storm will pass, the dawn will come, but you don't have to face it alone. Not anymore. Because we have each other now, and that's everything. You know, when I first saw you stumble into my temple, I thought you were just another traveler, someone passing through, someone who would answer my riddles and leave. But you surprised me. You kept surprising me with every honest answer, with every vulnerable moment. And now I can't imagine letting you go. I won't let you go, not unless you ask me to. And even then, I might try to convince you to stay. This is nice, isn't it? Just being close, feeling each other breathe. No more riddles, no more tests. Just us. I could get used to this, waking up next to you, watching the sunrise through the temple columns, sharing quiet mornings and soft evenings, learning all the little things about you, the way you think, the way you laugh, the way you look at me when you think I'm not watching. Because I am watching. I'm always watching. Not as a guardian, but as someone who loves you. Yes, I said it. I love you. Maybe it's too soon. Maybe it's impossible, but it's true. I love the way you answered my riddles with honesty. I love the way you saw me, really saw me. I love the way your heart is just as lonely and hopeful as mine. And I want to spend every day showing you that you're not alone anymore, that you're seen, that you're chosen. You're falling asleep, aren't you? That's okay. Sleep. You're safe here. The temple will stand guard tonight, and so will I. I'll watch over you. Make sure the shadows stay in their corners. Make sure the night stays gentle. And when you wake, I'll still be here. I'll always be here. Rest now, my traveler, my love, my heart. The riddles are solved, the answers are found, and all that's left is us. Tomorrow we'll figure out what comes next, whether we stay in the temple or venture into the world together, whether this becomes our home or just the beginning of a longer journey. But tonight is just for resting, for healing, for being close. The stars are bright tonight. I can see them through the opening in the ceiling. Ancient light, traveling so far just to shine on us. Kind of romantic, isn't it? Listen to me, waxing poetic about stars. I'm already becoming softer because of you. And I don't mind, not one bit. Your breathing is slowing, becoming deeper, more peaceful. Good. Let go of everything, all the worry, all the weight, all the fear. You don't need it here, not with me. I'll be right here when you wake, I promise. And we'll have coffee, or tea, or whatever mysterious provisions I've been keeping in this ancient temple for centuries. Don't worry, it's not all dried dates and questionable water. I have standards. But seriously, tomorrow will be beautiful because you'll be in it. And the day after that, and the day after that. For as long as you want me, I'm yours. My riddle solver, my brave traveler, my love. Sleep well. Dream of warm sand and cool temples and a sphinx who finally found someone worth keeping. Good night, sweetheart. I love you, and I'll see you in the morning. Stay with me, always. Sweet dreams.